It's round number 2 of the SRL Cup Series, third season of racing. Today we head to the streets of Las Vegas for 180 miles to crown the second winner of the season. I am your producer and commentator of the page, and we're getting underway here just at the beginning of qualifying as the first cars on the field, or in the field, make their way onto the track right now. Jackson Brown on your screen in the number 35. Just 4 minutes to go in qualifying. James Thurston making his first start of the year. A winner in this series in the Pacisum 96. Dominic Barbagallo making his way around Caleb McKinney, and a huge field today. Over 30 cars ready to duel it out. Second race of the year. Michael Cormentis making his first start of the year, and he is the first car to set a lap time, quickly dethroned by Wilkerson and Martinez, as a bunch of cars will come across the line. Now it's Matthew Brower with the pole. 14 cars make it 20 to set a lap. It's still Brower atop the charts in the first position. That number 73 machine shown as the 07 on your broadcast. Cole Denton in second right now in the 46. Brian Lorenzo in the 81 is third. Michael Cormentis on his second lap goes to the pole. Wilkerson takes it away from him, and it's Wilkerson, Cormentis. Now Nick Martinez goes to the second place. Brian Lorenzo is going to take it away from him. Wilkerson still on the pole ahead of the 81, and now Ethan Eckert is going to take the pole away from him. Number 12 machine making his first start of the season, and he has the pole now. No lap time set yet from the likes of James Thurston or Chase Schaffer. A couple other drivers making their first starts this year. You see the 43 machine here. The 99 on track, but the 43 in the sim out on the racetrack. No paint scheme for him, as Schaffer makes his way through 1 and 2. We'll try to reload trading paints one more time, because we know there have been a lot of issues with trading paints lately, as I mean, you can see it can barely run on my computer, but it is loading. I heard pre-race talking to some drivers that they couldn't get their paint schemes to update. They couldn't get trading paints to cooperate with them. So if you're looking for yourself on the broadcast and you can't see your paint scheme, then you should know why. But everyone that is able to load a paint scheme onto their car for me will be shown up here on the track, as 1.5 minutes is left to go here in qualifying. A lot of cars have set a lap, nearly 40, as there will be bump day, and I'm not sure how many make it in. I believe it's going to be 43. Right now, people like the likes of Andrew Cootie will miss the race. So the number 6 machine of Cootie is currently in the 45th place, and he is not inside that top 43. I believe that's how many make it. I'm not quite sure. We'll see if there's anything that has been said in the chat. It looks like 31.183 is the time to beat. So whoever said a 183 is going to be P40. So it looks like top 40 is the cut. Andrew Cootie will not make the race, along with the lights of Alexander Balderas, who currently sits 41st. Baldy, on his third lap, is out of the race. Gets knocked out by Zachary Trevino. Ethan Duelli just barely makes it in. Aaron Schugel will not set a lap time. He will not make the race. So some huge implications here before we even get underway, as the 40-car field is going to cut out 13 drivers from entering into the main feature. 30 seconds to go, and Jackson Brown and Alexander Balderas, the last 2 cars on track, but they're all done with it. So Balderas is the first one out of the race. And maybe we could get a word from Baldy here in a second. But right now, as you see, closing out the iRacing chat, the session will end and your 40-car field is set. And we'll get to the grid very shortly. So as the drivers hit the track, 120 laps here from Las Vegas to go, midday track temp, and it is Ethan who had the pole, but had it swiped away at the very end by none other than Jim Thurston in the 96. So we'll take you through the grid here before we go green. And it's James Thurston on the pole, as the 96 Toyota will take the pole from James Bomar in the 20 on the outside. They're your first row. Then it's going to be Ethan Eckert and Jacob Wilkerson in that 43W machine on the outside. Row 3, Elliott Drummond and Daniel Rivera, 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th. Oh, we're going to skip past 7th and 8th. Jaden Porter and Brian Lorenzo in the 81. Rounding out the top 10, Blaze McKinney and Nicholas Martinez. Row 6, Michael Cormentis and Cole Denton, 11th to 12th, 13th, 14th, Brower and Jason Brady. Row 8, David King and Chase Scaffolding. Row 9 is going to be Andretti Robinson and Traver Burns. Rounding out the top 20, Joseph Lewis and Malachi Drake. 21st, Greg Kaloff and Aaron Barnacle. 22nd round, row 12, Evan Allen and Glenn Bundren Jr. Row 13, Adam Boyles and Wyatt Roberts behind them. Jordan Kuntz and J.J. Hill, the champion of the series. Kuntz will start way in the back of the field. Juan Escamilla, the winner of last week's race at Daytona, will start in the 15th row. Dominic Barbagallo alongside him. Outside the top 30, Shockey Tarpley and Caleb McKinney will start 31st and 32nd. Dylan Belsha and Michael Kenner behind them in row 17. Row 18, Zach Milano and Braden Hill. Row 19 is Jason Alexander and Riley Garcia. And then rounding out the field will be Ethan DeWeldy and Zach Trevino. The cars that will not make the race will be Balderas, Brown, Wolf, McKinney, Bassicombe, and Cootie. Mantova, Dylan Pass, Jack Carter, Aiden McNeely, Gio Turpin, and Aaron Schugel, along with Roddy Roberts in the 4 and Connor Azabel. So 27 rows of cars attempted to make the race at 54 cars in the session. James Thurston tops them all, and he'll lead the field to green in his first start of the season. The pace car lights are on. We'll get an extra pacing lap. See how this race goes. The last race, the season opener, went swell at the beginning, but we had a string of cautions at the end that ended up with one of the most chaotic finishes that I've ever personally seen, with a 4-wide pass in the middle by Juan Escamilla to capture his first win on the season, the first win for anybody. And Escamilla starts pretty far towards the back in 29th. He's on pit road. Whoa, and he has damage. He has no front bumper. Where did Juan Escamilla's front bumper go? He was cheesing. Oh no, it looks like his wheel may have shut off. Wow, what happened there? And it doesn't even look like his wheel turned off. He just turns it left. Maybe he had to leave the race, but our reigning winner coming into here at Las Vegas looking for back-to-back victories crashes out on the pace lap. Not sure what happened there. But the field will come through pit road, and we will see the Wonder Green led by James Thurston in the 96 alongside James Bomar, Ethan Eckert in the row behind Thurston at AutoZone number 12 alongside Jacob Wilkerson, Elliott Drummond, Daniel Rivera, Jaden Porter, Brian Lorenzo, Blaze McKinney, and Nicholas Martinez. Your top 10 here, and we are go. Off of turn 2, James Thurston taking the green flag, 3-4 wide behind. Look at Chase Schaffer looking to the bottom, getting blocked by the 73 of Brower, but Thurston clears the field. It's Ethan Eckert into second as Bomar has a pretty abysmal start. Will lose a bunch of spots there, 3 or 4, as Elliott Drummond sneaking up in that Mercedes machine into the 4th spot. Thurston leads lap number 1 in the Pacific machine from the pole to the front, and he leads into 1 and 2. Ethan Eckert in second. In tow behind him, it's Jacob Wilkerson in third, Elliott Drummond in fourth, Omar fifth, Porter sixth, and the rest of the field sliding on back. A couple cars into the outside wall. Side by side is Formenis and Martinez, as these guys still trying to get it all sorted out. 3 wide further back. See Chase Schaffer looking to the bottom. Brower side by side as well. 3 wide way back with Bundren there in that group. A little behind him, Greg Powell able to evade that 3 wide. As look at this battle in the back of the pack. Barbagallo on the bottom of 3 wide. These guys all racing for 30th on back. And losing time to the leaders dramatically already, as the caution is out. Thurston got a huge lead, but the yellow flag waves, and I believe it looks like something has happened to Ethan Eckert. Try and get a replay here, and trying to find Ethan Eckert. I mean, I can't even find him. He's way back in 39th, but I don't even think he was loaded in. Eckert is completely off the track, blinked out at the time of caution, and up wrecking it. Bring out the first caution of the night. So annoying. Looks like Adam Boyles was involved. No damage to anyone else that I can see. Back up in the front, it is James Thurston, the race leader, as the rest of the field will stay out. Oh, damage to Schaffer, so that was up near the middle of the field. Already, Chase Schaffer making his first start. We can take a look at him, surely. And it looks like there was a spin. Oh, okay. So this will get us a view of things. And Eckert, there you see Eckert 3 wide middle. That's the 44 on the outside. Wilkerson was on his inside. They're 3 wide, and he gets squeezed up into the wall by Wilkerson. Spins around. Here's Schaffer, who ends up with damage, and it looks like he goes to go low, and Eckert gets spun down right in front of him. No frumper on Chase Schaffer's machine, but the caution is out for the first time tonight. James Thurston continues to lead the race. I go green in a couple laps here from Las Vegas. Our first break of the night is after 2 or 3 green flag laps, and it's James Thurston who holds the lead at Las Vegas. James Thurston, the race leader, after 6 laps of action here from Las Vegas. We'll see if we can get a little word here under yellow from James Thurston, who sits in the Pacific chat. But I have to move Jim all the way up to the broadcast booth. There's way too many VCs in here. Tell you what, man, it's hard to find my own chat. James Thurston, you are the race leader after 6 laps. What's the strategy right now?
Stay in the lead. That wreck there was unexpected. They just wrecked on a straightaway, but we're holding the lead. We didn't pit there. I don't think it's worth it. So we're just gonna see what happens here.
So Jim, how many times are you gonna have to pit this race?
Well, we got 4 tire sets, so I'd say that I want to pit for every tire set, if we can. So I wouldn't pit more than 4 times if I wanted to.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy.
So James Thurston will get pulled back, the race leader, after 6. And he has the field in his mirror. That is the 20 of Bomar, who will restart second. On the inside is the 44 of Drummond, who was involved in that caution, but we couldn't see it because of some iRacing issues going on. Will be Thurston in the lead. Out of Bomar, Drummond, Jaden Porter up to 4th. McKinney, Denton, Martinez, Lorenzo, Brower, and Schraber Burns. Rounding out the top 10. Chase Schaffer out of the race. Looks like he actually did get his frumper back on, but he is 1 lap down. So Schaffer with damage. I don't think anyone else with damage is on the track. Juan Escamilla out of the race, but it looks like everyone else got their cars fixed up. The 22 was involved in that wreck, but he has got it all sorted up as James Thurston will lead the field off of turn 4 for the 2nd time, this time with my microphone unmuted. The Mustang pace car pulls off of pit road, Thurston to the restart zone, and we are racing once more from Vegas. James Bomar in the wall through 3 and 4. He'll slip back outside of the top 5, but Thurston pulling a sizable gap off of turn 4. He leads once more with the 44 Drummond in tow. Blaze McKinney to 3rd, side by side, 3 wide action behind them. Nicholas Martinez from 10th to now 4th and climbing as he goes side by side. You see Bomar trying to work his way back up to the front after losing ground immediately on that outside lane. Side by side with that Mobile 1 machine below him. I believe that's Lorenzo through 3 and 4. Thurston already half a second out in front as they come up to turn 4 to complete lap number 9. This time by Thurston across the stripe. 1 car on the apron behind them as they battle hard through the front straightaway and into turn 1. A lot of cars already 1 lap down, out of the race, out of the running, and just 10 laps in. Juan Escamilla, of course, the race winner last week, is going to take a huge hit in the point standings after being the leader coming into this race. Chase Schaffer a lap down. Michael Cormentis shown as a lap down after getting involved in that incident as they come off a turn 4, 3 wide with Martinez in the middle. On the bottom is Bomar. Jaden Porter on the outside. Looking in on that battle is Benton in 46 into 1 and 2. Martinez in the middle, off of turn 2. Floppa is clear up. He's going to get in line, and they're wrecking behind them. Around goes the 76 in front of the pack. It's Alexander hard into the wall with the 25. Craig Kalhoff looks to get in it, or that's Ethan DeWeldy. And the caution is out for the 2nd time tonight. David King in at the 66 as well. It looks like Chase Schaffer and these guys make it through as the lap cars in the pack, but this was the car that started it, the 47, or the 76 rather, of Caleb McKinney. He's already reckoned by here, so we'll go back. It looks like this was the same deal. Oh, on the outside of him is Jason Alexander, and he just loses it off of turn 2, tries to correct it, but gets into the right rear of McKinney. That Overton 76 turned into the outside wall. That is a huge hit. Could have been just them as Wilkerson and others missed the wreck. but he gets hit back down by Alexander, who doesn't seem to be on the brakes. In fact, Alexander is full throttle. You see those rear wheels spinning, and he takes himself into the inside wall after getting collected by the 15 of DeWeldy. He hits the hardest out of any of them, all 4 tires off the ground for the number 10 machine, who was staying on the gas there, just trying to drive out of it here. As you see, this track is very bumpy, very hot, and he just gets it a little too turned, loses the rear end, and he does not hit the brakes, and he just lets it slide down the track and ends up in the inside wall. So Jason Alexander probably out of the race with that one. A lot of damage to that number 10 machine. The second caution of the race is out for contact with Alexander and McKinney. And we'll see if the field comes down to pit road. It's James Thurston, the race leader, and it looks like they all stay out. No one wanting to take tires at the moment. With this next-gen car, the tires really hit their sweet spot about 5 to 10 laps into a run. As James Thurston will lead the field into 3 and 4. We'll see if they get the one to go here. The pace car light's still flashing. Thurston scrubbing those tires back and forth, has the lead, and he's led every lap so far, trying to go back-to-back on FTN broadcasted races, as James Bomar will take a trip down pit road. And he'll be all alone in that endeavor as the pace car, iRacing Ford Mustang official pace car, comes across the line. The lights will stay on, and so we'll take a quick break and get back to you for racing action, and will be 16 laps complete in the books when we go back racing here from FTN's coverage of SRL in Las Vegas.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
One lap to green here from Las Vegas, and it's James Thurston alongside Elliott Drummond in the 44 on the front row. Blaze McKinney and Jaden Porter third and fourth. Thurston has led every lap today, except for one, and that was just under one of these pit cycles, or one of these cautions, as a car passed him across the line. But it's still Thurston out in front, the dominant force so far, with Drummond alongside him. And as the iRacing official pace car will make the hard left off of pit road for the third time today, we are racing again from Vegas. Barney drops the flag, and Thurston with a good jump. He'll pull a car length ahead of the field before turn one. Off of turn 4, Thurston working that bottom groove in. He'll come off of the corner, drop down to the apron, lead another lap. McKinney to second. Martinez into third as Drummond starts to slip back, losing 1 spot, 2 spot, and about to be challenged for third by Martinez. Porter and Denton behind them side by side. Matthew Brower on the bottom of side by side. Jacob Wilkerson trying to make his way back up to the front. He's looking under Glenn Bunger in 4th position. Wyatt Roberts, the 22, wasn't involved in a wreck earlier. He's trying to make a move. Look at those guys, 4 wide. That's James Bomar, among others, going 4 wide on the front stretch. Formentis involved in an accident at the beginning of the race. Bomar decided to come in and take tires, and he is moving right now. Looking for Bomar as we ride on board with Riley Garcia. Here's Bomar, and look at the speed advantage he has on these cars further back in the field. Back up to the front, still Thurston ahead of McKinney. Drummond able to get clear of Martinez, but Thurston is putting a clinic on so far, gapping the field by a wide margin across the front stretch and down the back straightaway. The Nellis Air Force Base and the Nellis straightaway. Thurston continuing to lead as we hit lap number 20, and of course he's led all but one of them. And across the stripe this time, Thurston still out in front. And a 1 and 2, Thurston down to the bottom. McKinney, Drummond, Martinez stay single file through 1 and 2. Now the 87 rather will get challenged by the 44, and Drummond is through. Looking to the outside in 1 and 2, making the move. Stick and trouble. Around goes Denton into the wall. No caution. They keep it straight, and now the caution flag will wave. Cole Denton was having a good run going inside the top 10. He was battling for 5th with Jaden Porter on the inside. The 46 comes down, Porter taking a wider entrance into the corner, and the 46 keeps coming down, just not in control of that car, and Porter has nowhere to go, stays on the white line, and the 46 comes down, overcorrects. You see everyone scattering to avoid him. One car into the wall pretty hard. That was Lorenzo, I believe. Like, no, he actually made it through. That was Glenn Bunger, sorry, who hit the wall. And no one ended up spinning out. But a lot of damage to that Cole Denton machine. And our third caution of the night is out here on lap number 21. James Thurston still out in front, but drivers to pit here. Blaze McKinney in the race lead, or looking for the race lead. He's in third. Elliott Drummond going to try and challenge Thurston on this restart, but no one has had anything for that number 96 machine as Thurston continues to hold out in front. Had nearly a 1 second gap there as you see Chase Schaffer getting his lap back. We expect him to be in the front today. Of course, a multi-time winner on FTN with the IORA Cup Series. And he was involved in that early wreck after not having a very good showing in qualifying. As he gets his lap back, just a couple cars left, 1 lap down. Braden Hill involved in an accident. Boyles in the 22, of course, with damage. And then the rest of the cars behind them out of the race. It looks like Jason Alexander and Daniel Rivera still out on the track, but a lot of damage for those guys as the 10 was the car hardened to the inside wall earlier on today. As James Thurston leads the pack through 3 and 4. We'll take a quick break from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Third caution of the day here, lap 22, and it's the 96 of Thurston still out in front.
This message is brought to you by the rebrand of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This publication may not be reposted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. NASCAR Camping World Ford F-150. NASCAR Xfinity Ford Mustang. NASCAR Cup Series Next-Gen Ford Mustang. Arca Menards. This has been the publication of the redesign and rebranding of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This message may not be reposted, republicated, or rebroadcasted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. Thank you, and thanks for your time.
Boundless makes its presence felt. It will not be ignored. We're helping turn ideas into reality with a wealth of building products that take every architectural style to the next level. This is what it's like to imagine, build, and transform anything we want into exactly what we seek. This is what it means to be boundless.
The race leader's getting the 1 to green here from the third caution of the night, or of the day, should I say, from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's James Thurston in the 96 continuing to dominate here, nearing a quarter way through this event, and it's been caution-filled to say the least. This field, one of the biggest that has ever been seen on record on FTN. It's just been, it's been made news to me by David that this race has tied the record for most cars attempting a race broadcasted on FTN. 54 drivers set a qualifying time. 40 made the race. And as we come to 1 to green and we come back to the green flag, it's James Thurston who has been dominating them all. Ahead of Blaze McKinney, the 44 of Elliott Drummond, Nicholas Martinez behind them, and Thurston will step up to that back bumper of the Ford GT Mustang pace car. Shifts it down into first gear. He leads the field to green once more, trying to lead them in the dust as he has every other start so far. Pace car on pit road. Thurston to the green flag, and we are racing again from Las Vegas into the restart zone, and away goes Thurston. Good jump tire spin from the 87, and he has a huge gap again from the field heading down into 1 and 2. Contact, beating and banging further back. Going to the outside is Shockey Tarpley, looking to make it 4 wide for 4th. James Thurston leads lap 25. Blaze McKinney second place, and a lot of battling further on back. Drummond and McKinney's single file, but Wilkerson, who's already made his way back up to the field, or up to the front of the pack, and Shockey Tarpley were the aggressors there, trying to put it 4 wide. Through 3 and 4, those guys getting it back down a little bit, as this field does not want to see another wreck. But Thurston pulling a huge gap already, half a second ahead of Blaze McKinney, and he's got to be hoping that this race just goes green so they can start they can just get a run, and Thurston can put some distance between him and this group, as they see battling further on back, 3 wide with Dominic Barbagallo. That's Greg Kaloff in the middle, and Dave Bomar, of course. Remember, he's on fresh tires on the outside, nearing his way to the top 10. This is for 11. That car ahead of him will be Greg Kaloff on his inside, and that will be 10th for just a second. Kaloff peeks the nose in front, but now inside the top 10 is Bomar on the outside of Barbagallo, or Brower, I should say, looking to close up on Barbagallo and Brian Lorenzo in front of him. James Bomar up inside the top 10. On fresher tires, Thurston, beware. He's got 1 car on the track faster than him. You see Tarpley on the inside of 3 wide with Jaden Porter, Nicholas Martinez. Tarpley on the bottom, not where you want to be for that 3 wide battle, and he will slip back a little ways. 3 wide still now as Bomar looks to the outside with Lorenzo in the 81. Those 2 Toyotas, pretty similar, red, white, and black color schemes. They'll both ride up to the high side around the outside of Tarpley, making quick work of that number 250 machine. Jaden Porter, the next on the list, along with Nicholas Martinez, as Floppa will dive downstairs, almost contact with the 88 who tried to chop him off. Bomar has the pace advantage on both of them. The runner board with Bomar here taking lap 29 on to 30, a quarter way through the race this time by Bomar into 1 and 2, looking up high, able power around the outside of Floppa. That's what I love about this racetrack. You can make so many lines work. We saw 4 wide because of the cars able to run the outside, the middle, and the bottom, but especially 1 and 2, so easy to make a pass work on that middle lane as Bomar early on the throttle has to lift out of it. Can't quite get around Jaden Porter. He'll take that momentum, sit back in line, and look for a move here through 1 and 2. Bomar charging his way up through the field, and he's up in his 6th looking for 5th. But it's James Thurston, the race leader, 3/10 to Blaze McKinney in tow. Jacob Wilkerson spinning early on, and he has found his way into the top 3 with his PBR teammate looking inside the top 5 with Bomar. Thurston to the apron on the front straightaway, a quarter of the way through the race, and James Thurston has led nearly every single lap. It should be all of them, but one of them was stolen from him as they come through 1 and 2. The 87 closing a gap just a little bit, pushing a little bit harder. Thurston taking it easy right now, conserving his tires, waiting for Wilkerson, Porter, those guys behind him to push up, and then he'll use his stuff up before the first pit stop. I tried to ask him how many times he's going to have to pit, meaning how long can he go on fuel. He didn't fill me in on that, but he did say that he would love to take every set of tires this race because tires are very important at this track. This next gen is known for not really burning up tires as much as any other car, but they're still very important at a hot track like Las Vegas where those rear tires are going to get cooked up. And here comes McKinney inside a 1/10 of a second. Blaze McKinney looking to the bottom. Thurston will keep his line downstairs, throwing the dirty air on the nose of the 87, but that will make that car more comfortable right now later in the run because of how, like I said, the tire fall off at this track is mainly left and right rear tire. And so that's going to make the car a lot harder to handle. The 87 is going to go up high, trying to get the momentum off the corner. If he can keep it stable, Thurston's been in clean air this whole time. It's not going to make him any tighter, and the 87 is going to head downstairs in the 3 and 4. He has the preferred line. Thurston's going to keep it on his quarter panel. The 87 gets a gulp of fresh air, and you see that car start to slip. Thurston used to it. Around the outside goes James, trying to keep the lead and stay clear of the 87. Heavy side drafting going on for the race lead. Thurston will run up against the wall in 1 and 2. Here comes Jacob Wilkerson to fight. Off of turn 2, the 87 will be clear. Thurston carrying the momentum to the bottom. Big block from the 87, but he won't be able to get in front of him. Even door to door for the lead. Thurston's going to slide up. Contact. Keeps Thurston down on the white line. Now Wilkerson's going to try and slide in line. Thurston blocks him. Wilkerson's going to keep in tow with that 96 and give him a push down the front straightaway, but it's Blaze McKinney, the first real new leader of the race, and the 87 has not had to go far to do it. Started just inside the top 10, and he's made his way up in front. Another thing about this track, if you're aggressive, you want to lead, you can do just that. It's easy to make moves here, especially later on in the run if you can conserve your tires, and it looks like that's what the 87 has done as he gets around Thurston. He'll lead lap number 36. He led lap number 35. And he looks to pull away and do exactly what Thurston just did. But the 96 is not finished. He gets to the inside into 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, that bottom will not work out. And Thurston will have to settle for second now as Jacob Wilkerson is on the charge. The 87 jumping to the outside. Thurston staying true to the bottom, which is the formula for most tracks on iRacing to save your tires. The 87 is going to run up high, push him a little more aggressive, but it's different with this next gen. We'll see what happens as one car, if my eyes don't deceive me, was in the infield grass. It is Shockey Tarpley, who is through the grass, through straight in that 25 machine, number 250 on your broadcast, but he gets back out on the racetrack. All good, all clear, no caution as he didn't spin out. Take a look at what happened to Shockey, who was having a good run inside the top 10. And looks like he's loose. And Bomar just really did not give him the light of day there, and it sends him down into the bumps, and he continues to bounce and slide. Doesn't save it. Jumping through the infield grass. Look at him bouncing. Still bouncing, managing to not spin it out. It's harder than it looks when you're down in that grass, not spinning out, because look at those bumps. And jumping through the infield back onto the track as one of the last cars on the lead lap. He's in 27th right now, making a move on Glenn Bundren. Two of those cars right there that he's racing have both been involved in caution, so he sees the guys that he was racing across the track from him. Blaze McKinney and James Thurston continue to battle it out, and another battler has emerged in Jaden Porter, who is closed up to these leaders. The more they race, the slower they go. And it will be Thurston slipping back on the 43 of Wilkerson, trying to make it past the 44 of Drummond, right up against the wall, side by side for second. Thurston on the bottom, not being able to carry that momentum. Slower line, it seems, right here when you're in the midst of a battle. Don't want to be on the bottom, as Thurston will drop back from third, or from second, all the way back to fifth as the 44 right against the wall. Thurston downstairs on the bottom. He continues to slide back. The 87 of McKinney pulls away. Porter looking to the inside on Wilkerson, side by side for the second position. Wilkerson has the outside. The 88 gets way high, has to back it down, and here comes Drummond off the outside. Can he swing low? Has a big run. He's going to push Wilkerson down the front straightaway. Into 1 and 2. Wilkerson with the edge over the 88. He's clear just barely into the corner. The 44 goes back up high. Thurston's going to tail him through the corner now. Drummond looking to the bottom, nearly contact with the 88 of Porter. They're even into the corner. Drummond's going to try and get down to the white line, but he's going to end up in the dirty air of the 43 machine. Off of turn 4, Wilkerson arrow blocking everybody as he comes off the corner and holds on to second place. A lot of hard charging cars behind him, but it's Blaze McKinney, the race leader, and that is his 8th lap led of the race. James Thurston, the dominating force so far, but he's lost the lead now. And he is trying not to slip back, but you can see the struggle was real there for a second as he's back around Drummond into 4th, trying to let those tires pull down. Thurston will run up high in 3 and 4. On the aggressive side now is the race leader doing just that. Wilkerson on the bottom, the 88 running the top with Thurston. Thurston carries the momentum off better than his competitors though, and he's going to get the momentum onto the 88 down the front straightaway, jumping high once more. Thurston carrying the run off of the corner, the 88 nearing the quarter panel of Wilkerson. Checks up off the corner, here comes the Persistent machine. Thurston looking to the back bumper, stays on the outside. The 88's going to rip that middle line. Thurston putting it on the fence. Here he comes, tubbing the 88 around the outside. Almost contact. Porter gives him the space. That is great racing there by Porter to not come up and clear the nose off of James Thurston. The 96 has the line for sure right now. As they come off of turn 2, Thurston right against the wall. He'll take the 3rd spot away. What a great battle there as the 88 slips in line behind him. And the caution is out. The wreck in the back, I believe. I'm not sure what it would be for. It looks like it might have been Tarpley. Again. Had a near miss earlier. It looks like he's been involved. No, he was in the pits. So he's a lap down. Was it Jason Alexander? I'm not sure who crashed. Nobody was on pit, or it looks like some drivers were on pit road. Guys already have damage. I'm not sure what the caution was for though. Oh, there it is. Who was that? Let's get a number. That's the 02. So that is Burns, I believe. That's Traver Burns. The 29 making his first start of the year. And he was up near the front, battling with the likes of Schaffer and Milano. And Zach Milano gets into the wall. Still as you hear from the McConey setup shot machine. Look at that 3 wide with Schaffer in the middle, and Milano goes to the outside and loses it, overcorrects, hits the wall, saves it, and then just turns the 02 of Burns. It looks like he didn't know they were 3 wide, turns the 02 into the wall, and then finishes them off right there. And the fourth caution, I believe, if not the fifth caution of the race, out for a incident there involving Traber Burns and Zach Milano. The caution is out again, and James Thurston and many others will have a chance to pit for the first time today. See where Thurston comes out here. Blaze McKinney came in the race leader. Here he comes off of pit road. He'll have the lead ahead of Wilkerson, Thurston, Porter, Andretti Robertson all the way up to 5th, Bomar 6th, Nicholas Martinez in 7th. Elliott Drummond comes out 8th, Malachi Drake in 9th, and Jordan Kuntz, we haven't heard a lot of today, started way in the back of the pack, shown as 18th, but he is 10th, up 17 spots, race winner, series champion, and looking for a hard-charging award, as he needs 10 more spots to make it to the race lead. It will be Blaze McKinney out in front. You see those lap cars ahead looking to get their laps back. They're going to stay out with damage. Jockey Tarpley and a couple cars that already pitted, just looking to get unlapped now as they sit behind the pace car. They'll be waved around here if we get the one to go. If those pace car lights shut off, Blaze McKinney will lead the lead lap crew across the line. Will be Penny from Wilkerson, Thurston, Porter, Robinson, Omar, Martinez, Drummond, Drake, and Kuntz. Dominic Barbagallo just outside the top 10. Martinez in that burnt rubber racing warehouse machine behind James Bomar, his teammate. Look at these lap cars. Look at these guys. Brian Lorenzo's up there. He has a clean car, but that's JJ Hill behind him. Look at the damage on that machine. No front bumper. He's just out there, man. Tarpley involved in a couple incidents, and he is going to be the first car to get his lap back. They come off of turn 4. Tarpley will get the first wave around. These guys stay out, so they come out or they come into the pit sequence behind the race leaders. They stay out, they end up behind the pace car, and they will be waved around here as we get the one to green. Brower, Schaffer, a couple others making their way through the field. Cormenis involved in an incident earlier. He is up inside the top 20 looking for a win. Tarpley and the rest of the lap cars will get given the pass. And it will be the 87 of McKinney now, the race leader, taking over on the inside line from Wilkerson on the top. Thurston and Porter behind them. Omar and Andretti Robertson in the 60, making his first start of the season. Along with Omar, many others. A huge field today, more than we saw at Daytona by a wide margin. Very impressive showing from the SRL Cup Series today here from Las Vegas. Again, 4 drivers showing up to race, and over 30 have been concurrent in the chat. So, still here, still watching, not a driver. For tuning in now. We're putting on a good show so far. Nearing halfway from Las Vegas, and the field is still huge and still competitive. Blaze McKinney has the lead, but 14 laps now out of the 48 laps that have been completed. We'll go green here on lap 50 of 120. It's McKinney. The first time Thurston has not led the field to green. The 87 of Blaze McKinney will do so. Green flag is back out from Las Vegas. Big move from Wilkerson. The 87 has to shut the door. James Thurston to the lead off of turn 2, and setting sail once more is the 96 machine as he sees clean air in front of him, and I don't know if he wants it though. From personal experience and talking to the drivers, this track is so tough to be in clean air, and so we'll see how Thurston manages it, as we saw him fall off towards the end of that last run after dominating the race, but he's back out in front again. The 88 and the 87 will tuck in line behind him. McKinney and Porter, your top 3. Wilkerson and his Paintbrush Racing teammate and James Bomar 4th and 5th. A bunch of battling going on further back with Barbagallo, Chase Schaffer, and Nicholas Martinez with Jordan Coots. A bunch of drivers who have been further back today. Look at Schaffer right against the wall, trying to come from the back after being involved in a wreck earlier. Wilkerson pops the wall off of turn 4, and that's going to allow a lot of drivers to get a run on him. Bomar's going to go by on the inside. Martinez trying to follow through his teammate and get around his other teammate, just hitting the wall. Elliott Drummond on the outside of Wilkerson. He'll complete the pass as Thurston got near the outside wall off of turn 2, and a lot of drivers starting to struggle here. This track is taking no victims, and it's very difficult to drive evidently right now. As you can see, 83 degrees is the air temperature, as the highest you can set it to in iRacing is 90, which would make the track the slipperiest it can be. And on board with Drummond here, just inside the top 5. See Bomar using that middle lane, getting that clean air, trying to get to the outside of the 88. There might be contact there, as again Porter showing mercy to the car on the outside. Look at Schaffer jumping to the inside, contact with Malachi Drake in the 09 as Schaffer shoots it up the bottom. That 09 of Drake on the outside, the 60 and the 99 side by side. Further back and around goes James Bomar. No caution. Of course, iRacing officiated yellows, and he was in the field, so that will not bring out a caution, and we'll see what happened to Bomar. On the outside of the 88, looks like he started to come down a little bit. I think that's going to be on Bomar. Round he goes. Looks like he was just trying to exit the corner a little lower than Porter, and it ends up spinning himself out. More a racing incident than anything there, but I think that's going to go towards the 20 machine, if anyone, as Blaze McKinney is being shown as the race leader. What happened to James Thurston? While we were looking at the replay, Thurston has lost many spots, and he's gone from the lead to way back in 6th. What happened to Thurston here? Wow, that is just from getting raced, so he makes a little slip up there. Here comes the 87 to the outside, so he's racing for the lead, but he's on the inside where you just have not as much speed as the cars on the outside, and he just gets absolutely freight trained. He gets put 3 wide. He continues to get past, so nothing even really happened. He just got raced real hard, and he sits outside the top 5 now as Chase Schaffer got around him. Blaze McKinney back to the race lane. Wilkerson behind him. Elliott Drummond in 3rd, trying to challenge that 44. Gonna take that push straight to the back bumper of that 43 and push him up to the race lead, or try to get him to the race leader, as Chase Schaffer makes a move for 4th. Thurston's gonna put it up on the outside wall, trying to get back to the lead. He wants to lead laps. Here comes the 43. McKinney blocks. Wilkerson to the outside. McKinney is barely clear, crossing him over into the corner. The 87 has the lead, but for how much longer? As he's got a lot of hard-charging cars behind him. Schaffer right up against the wall, into the top 3. Here comes Chase Schaffer around the outside for 2nd. A 2-for-1 on that lap, as the 99 went from 4th to 2nd. Here he comes for the leader, into 1 and 2 on the outside with Nicholas Martinez right against the wall off of turn 2. Schaffer carrying the momentum off the corner. See if he goes back to the wall here. That line was real quick last time by. His one slow car on the bottom. He's gonna try and get in that clean air. McKinney leaving him that outside lane, every groove above the very bottom to use. Chase taking that momentum. Gonna 1 and 2. 1 lane off the inside. He's gonna swing it down, but gets right in that dirty air, and you see how he had the momentum. It looked like he was going to keep exiting lower and lower, but he gets in that dirty air, and it just forces him down. But now he jumps to the inside. McKinney did not see it coming. Schaffer slides up, makes contact. Won't be able to complete the pass. Drummond pushing him on the back bumper. Here he comes to the middle. Not going to cross down behind his bumper this time. Trying to get onto the back bumper, and McKinney can't quite do it. He's going to get the momentum off the corner here. Looking to the bottom, McKinney will block. Schaffer to the inside in the 3 and 4. Right on that bottom lane, slides up. McKinney will hold on to the lead. An impressive showing of defense from Blaze McKinney as he continues the lead halfway mark of this race, the Las Vegas 180, and McKinney continues to stay out in front. The 44 of Drummond into third, up on the outside, Thurston side by side with Martinez for fifth. As McKinney leads, stretching the gap out a little bit now from Schaffer. He's backed off the bumper. He's pulled off the charge just a little bit. The 3 and 4 looking for the clean air as they continue to race harder and harder behind the race leaders. The 87 is going to continue to pull away. Back into 1 and 2. Look at that 87 up to the middle now, migrating up off the bottom. Doesn't like the speed that he has there, and that middle lane's going to be quicker as Schaffer pops the wall off of turn 2. No real damage done there. As one car goes for a spin, Trevino into the wall, maybe. He saved it. Oh my goodness. The 08 almost went around. Let's get a replay. Wow. As Trevino was running in the 8th position, it looks like, battling for 7th with Malachi Drake and that 08 machine racing the 09 and that prime Ford Mustang on the outside all by himself. Like he's just going to lose control here. But look at this save. Comes up, back down, almost gets hit by Porter. Formentos gets the bumper from the 17 of Barbagallo checking up for the incident. But the 88 ends up unscathed. As we go back to the battle for the lead there, James Thurston into second. Schaffer has slipped to 5th or to 4th. No, that is 5th. He's about to get passed for 6th by Martinez. After getting into the wall, Thurston back up to 2nd. And the caution is out. Caution is out again here at Las Vegas. And we're trying to see what it's for. I don't see any of these guys with damage. JJ Hale not on the track right now. Still has front end damage. Zachary Milano 4 laps down. I'm not sure what it was for. Evidently for a spin in the back. Right on board with one of these cars further on back and see if they had a view of the incident. There's some contact. Looks like it may have been here with the 42 Wyatt Roberts. Spinning around, saving it, but that brought out a caution. And so this will bring another pit strategy into this race. Under 60 laps to go, and the field comes on to pit road as you see the 08. Oh, Chase Schaffer stays out with Malachi Drake, and that will not be good for these guys as the rest of the field comes into pit road. We'll try and get a word with Chase as he stays out. It looks like one other car stays out. What's the strategy here, Chase? Fill us in.
What's that?
What's the strategy here? You seem to be one of the only cars that's staying out.
We have 2 tire sets because of the incident around lap 20. So right now we are just gonna be riding around for a little bit, just trying to save a set. Nothing else really much to it.
Do you expect to keep the lead here?
No, absolutely not. We're just riding around for a little bit. And that's all.
All right.
I know we're gonna get another caution, so if we get one around like 80, this will all kind of pay off.
All right. Thanks for telling us. Good luck.
Yeah.
So Chase Schaffer having to run a different strategy here after being involved in an incident. Always the worry if you have to take tires. We've seen many drivers affected before in races on FTN myself and IORA just a couple weeks ago, your cars go for a spin, you have to take tires, and then you don't have a tire set to use later on. So Schaffer will be the race leader, but not for long. Here's the pace car comes across the line this time. It will be 2 laps to green, and we'll take a quick break, and it looks like we'll stay 1 to green is the 13 of Milano. We'll prop to the back. We will take a break, and we'll be right back with you from Las Vegas. It will be 50 to go at this restart.
Once again, welcome back, race fans, to the World Center of Racing Daytona National Speedway as we get set for our second on-track activity today.
Racing requires everything that you've got. Climbing into NASCAR on Sunday, it feels like you're getting ready to go into battle.
When I hit that ignition switch, that car fires up. It's one of the best things in the world.
One lap to green here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's Chase Schaffer, the race leader, ahead of Malachi Drake and James Thurston behind them. Blaze McKinney, just 2 cars staying out. 22 laps on those tires, 20 green flag laps opposed to none on these guys behind them. So let's see how quickly these drivers are able to get swallowed up. Chase Schaffer hoping for a yellow where he can take tires and make it to the end. But right now does not feel like it's going to be the smart decision to take tires, as he may run out of a set later on. So he's going to trust this field to wreck once more and give him the chance to stay up in the battle for the win, as Schaffer will have the race lead, but for how long? Come off a turn 4, the Mustang pace car off of the track and onto pit road. Chase Schaffer, the race leader. Green flag. McKinney to the bottom, into 3 and 4. The 87 will take the lead. Schaffer trying to contend on the outside, but not enough speed to do anything. As they come off of turn 4, it will be the 87 to the lead. Thurston is second on the apron through the tri-oval. The 96 will jump in line behind the 87 as the race leader through 1 and 2. McKinney will stretch out his lead. 3 wide behind them with Schaffer in the middle trying to hold on. Oh, and they wreck behind them. Big hits. Jacob Wilkerson head on into the wall. Michael Cormentis involved. Boyle's involved again. What a lick. Oh, it was Drake that ended up in the outside wall. My, oh my. Malachi Drake on that alternate strategy. So look at Wilkerson, just runs up to his bumper. You know, he knows that car is slower, but he just drives through him. I mean, you might not have expected that speed difference, but he had all the time in the world to react, and Wilkerson just drives right into him. Gets turned around. There's Cormentis. That golden black machine, you see, his car looks very clean as the 08 of Bundren ends up getting into Wilkerson and giving him all that damage. But Cormentis gets hit by one of those cars passing through, going way too fast, not able to stop. We'll try and go full speed with Wilkerson, just right on board with him and see how he reacted with the throttle and such. Right on board with the 43. I mean, it sounds like he was on the gas. Jeez, what a big hit. Just gets tagged right at the end there. Indycar narrowly avoids it, and Jacob Wilkerson taken out of contention. He has been wrecked now twice today. A pretty terrible day for Wilkerson, and he ends up on pit road. And it will be Blaze McKinney with the race lead. See if we can get a word with Blaze. Doesn't look like he is in a voice chat, but nevertheless, the 87 still in front. We'll find someone to talk to here. How about good old Floppa? It's a good time to talk to Floppa. So Floppa is here in 7th. How's your race going, buddy?
What's up, man?
What? Yeah. What's up? How's your race going, man?
Hold on, I have to turn off radio. What's going on?
How's your race going?
It's been going pretty good, you know, haven't been outside the top 10 all race. You know, this tire wear is really getting to me. It's pretty loose out the corner, but, you know, I think we can make something work here. It's looking pretty good. I don't like the fact that this 88 car is in front of me, though. He's been pretty bad all race, pretty aggressive, and, you know, he doesn't race clean, and he has a lot of, I'm just going to end there before I say more stuff.
All right, what are you expecting here? You got less than 50 to go. There's been like 6 or 7 cautions. You think it's going to go green? You think you have a chance to make your way through the field? Or you going to get more wrecks?
I do not expect it to go green. You know, considering that we've already had like probably 5 cautions, I think it's unlikely we go green the rest of the way. So, you know, I'm banking on a caution so that way we can make it all the way. If we do get a caution like 10 laps, I'm coming down, taking 4 for sure, and putting some fuel in the car. I was considering maybe taking 2 tires if we had a caution 10 laps, but now I'm thinking about it, it's probably not going to work out. So, yeah, probably 4 tires if we get the caution in the next 10 laps or so.
All right, thanks for talking to us, buddy.
Yep.
So, Floppa is there in, I believe, the 7th position. It seems like that's where he's been all race. As they come to the choose, he will choose the outside. It looks like he's actually going to be, the 7th position, but he likes the outside line. Chase Schaffer will restart on the front row as Thurston decides to go bottom with the 87 instead of on the outside. And so Schaffer will still have a chance to race for the lead, even though it's pretty unlikely that he is going to have a chance. So Blaze McKinney, the race leader. You see some friendly bumps going on from the Passissim/Floppa Racing teammates there in 2nd and 3rd. The Monster Designs 99 will roll up to the lead of the outside line. And we're going to go green one more time here from the Blaze Designs SRL Cup Series. A 3rd season of action here. And the Las Vegas 180. The 2nd race of the season, less than 50 to go. Lap 75 will be in the books when the 87 takes the green and crosses the line. Green flag is back out. car down under the apron off of turn 2. So that's the 14. Schaffer starting to slip back as McKinney will resume his place as the race leader. Off of turn 4, you see now Martinez and the 07 of Brower trying to make their way around Schaffer. The field starting to get spread out. And the 43, or the 99 rather, dropping like a rock. Through 1 and 2, a bad restart from the 99 of Chad. We're hoping for a caution right now, and it might just be him and getting it as the people try to get around him. He's much slower, but now he's able to stick to the back bumper of Brower through 3 and 4. But look at that speed advantage. Here comes the 20 of Bomar screaming through the corner right up to his back bumper. Bomar will cut down low all the way to the apron. Looking to the inside of Greg Caloff, 3 wide, third back with Tarpley, who was involved in a couple incidents earlier on in this race, but he is still on the charge. Now up to the back bumper of Schaffer, right on the back bumper, pushing Chase through the corner. And Schaffer will continue to slip as Tarpley will pull to the middle and get around him through 3 and 4. McKinney to the race lead. James Thurston right up against the wall. Here comes Thurston. Oh, big move by Thurston to the inside. Almost caught the rear end of the 87. Almost contact there. That could have been bad had McKinney not gotten up there through the tri-oval. My goodness. Off of turn 2, it's James Thurston who will get clear finally, using the bottom to get the race lead. And he is through, but the 87's not done. Charging back to the outside through 3 and 4. Looking to get that spot back. Off of turn 4, Thurston clear. Will he throw the block? Had the 87 make a move on the front straightaway? No move coming yet. Now the 87 looking low. He wants the lead. Into 1 and 2. The 87 on the outside. Thurston stays clear, but the 87 of McKinney is going to look to the inside again, continuing to battle and slow these guys both down, giving an opportunity for Jaden Porter, Elliott Drummond, and Nicholas Martinez to make up some time through 3 and 4 and come up to these race leaders and make it a 5- or 6-way battle for the lead. They're just 2 cars. Off of turn 2, McKinney back to the front, clear of James Thurston on the back straightaway. 40 laps to go, and the 87 is back out in front. Thurston trying to get back around him, but he'll tuck back in line, and James Thurston will have to settle for second for now. He's going to carry the momentum off that outside down the front straightaway, but he won't be able to make a move side by side further back with Jordan Kuntz coming through the field. Nearly had a win here on FTN yesterday, but he was beat out by none other than that 96 of Thurston. And there's contact with Thurston and the 87 off of turn 2. Just a little bump. Oh, and Thurston turns him! He saves it! Oh my goodness, what a save! Back down, almost collects Floppa, but James Thurston turns the race leader, and he has the lead now. That gives Jordan Kuntz third, and one of the fastest cars on the track into the podium. Look at this. Oh man, yeah, he just turns him. See what this initial contact was here. They went through 1 and 2. Thurston was all over. Probably getting a little annoyed that the 87 was racing him so hard. These guys are being super aggressive. Oh, the 87 really cut down the straightaway there, and Thurston was not having any of that, and just ends up getting into him there. And here comes the battle for the lead. Jaden Porter has run right up to the back bumper of him, along with Martinez and Kuntz through 1 and 2. Thurston up high to defend. 35 to go next time by. And Thurston is going to get hit by Porter. They door. Thurston running him down the track. James Thurston exploding, having a huge rage moment here. And here comes Kuntz to the bottom. Jordan Kuntz, 2 for 1. Thurston turns the 88 into the outside wall. No caution. He saves it. James Thurston has now taken out 2 of his competitors in 2 laps. And the 48 of Martinez is through. Thurston will fall to 4th. And off of turn 2, the 87's back to him. Will we see retaliation? McKinney has been aggressive. I don't know. He might get to him. Thurston all over the back bumper of the 87. Ended up turning him and then got into The other car he was racing there was the 88 machine, who has fallen all the way back now behind Chase Schaffer, and now the caution's out. As you see, they do end up drawing each other there, and Jaden Porter has fully wrecked out now. What a good day gone bad, and it looks like there was an incident in front of him. There it is. The 10 car spinning again. A pretty bad day here for Jason Alexander. Or excuse me, that's Jason Alexander's teammate. Very similar looking cars, I might add. Looks like now it wants us to look at static cams. But that's the 50 car. Again, very similar paint schemes right there, and it just won't show me. Or Menace also getting involved. Oh, those guys might both be lap cars. Cormenis is on that. Cormenis on the lead lap. So here's Michael Cormenis on the inside of the 50 of Allen. And Allen just drops his nose. Oh, and he gets clocked by the 88. So James Thurston indirectly causing a huge incident there at the, or ending the 88's race early. And James Thurston seems to have had a little rage fit there. Thurston, were you intentionally dooring that guy down the track? What was going on there, man?
What do you mean? He doored me?
Yeah, but it seems like you kind of finished him off. You brought him down quite a ways on the backstretch there. A little retaliation, maybe.
I don't know. I haven't touched him the whole race. I don't know why I did it. I don't know. They seem to be racing like assholes, and then when they get it back to them, they just cry about it. So I don't race here that much. I don't care.
Do you have any words for the fact that the guy that you were racing there has indirectly now been wrecked out of the race because you put him in the back of the field?
Karma's a bitch. I don't know why he was dooring me.
Okay, all right, James Thurston. We're sorry for the vulgar language from the number 96, but he was evidently not happy there, and we've got some strategy at play. Andretti Robertson is the race leader, and it looks like some cars may have taken 2 tires or stayed out. Jaden Porter, there he is, the 88. Thurston not happy at him, remarking that he was a female dog. But it will be now Andretti Robertson scored as the race leader ahead of Wyatt Roberts. Lap cars behind them, Jordan Kuntz, who stole the race lead from under the nose of Thurston, and the 87 of McKinney will line up 5th. And so it looks like just some strategy going on there. James Bomar and Greg Kalhoff on 2 tires. So an interesting strategy here. Looks like 2 tires for Bomar and Kalhoff here. A long run still to go though, so I don't know if it's going to work out. We'll have to see. Just wait and see. Henry Kalhoff looking for a race win. And he will be P4 behind Bomar, Wyatt Roberts, and the 60 of Andretti Robertson, making his first start on the year. Again, along with many, many other guys here today. A huge field, and it's going to come down to a 30-lap run, which will probably be broken up into another caution. Come to the cheese cone here. Wyatt Roberts will go outside, and Andretti Robertson will go inside in that Pepsi Toyota number 60 machine. And we'll get the 1 to green, coming to 31 laps to go from Las Vegas. The Las Vegas 180 here. Coverage of SRL's second race on the season, the Blaze Designs Cup Series, live on FTN. Off of turn 2, the 60 and the 42 staying out. A strategy call for the ages for some of these guys. Are going to try and stay in the front. We saw how it ended up for Chase Schaffer. You see that 99 outside of row number 10, but it will be the 60 of Robertson with the lead for now. He's got he's got a little buffer behind him. Green flag is out. 2 or 3 slower cars behind him, and then it's the 99 who was the race leader. Before that caution, immediately making the jump to the bottom. He'll have P2 off of turn 2, assuming he can get around Bomar. And the 99 is into second. Jordan Kuntz going to try and run down Robertson off of turn 2, lap 90 of 120. Here comes Kuntz to the bottom. Jordan Kuntz to the inside, making quick work of Andretti Robertson. And Jordan Kuntz from 27th on the grid has got the race lead, and around goes Floppa. One car back up in the traffic. No caution, and there it is. And Nicholas Martinez was talking to us, was not happy about the strategy. He was not happy about fuel saving. He needed a caution. He got his caution and was involved in the very next one. It was on the front straightaway here. It looks like he goes into the middle and gets turned. So of course we won't talk to Floppa because he might have something to say. But he just got turned by the 18, came up. Floppa was given a little extra room to the car on the outside, but blame is still going to be put on that 18 machine, who ends up coming back into traffic and collecting more cars. Van Bundren involved, Barbagallo involved, and so another yellow is out, and it's Jordan Kuntz, the race leader, with Andretti Robertson being scored in second, ahead of Elliott Drummond, Blaze McKinney, James Bomar, Wyatt Roberts, Greg Kaloff, Matthew Brower, Zachary Trevino, and then Jim Thurston outside or just inside the top 10. So we'll take a quick break here. Lap 92 of 120, and now the 60 will come into pit road. So the guys that stayed out will not finish the race on that strategy. So we'll take a break and come back to you for the final 25 laps or so of today's race.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
The 1 to green will be given next time by, and it will be 25 laps to go. Jordan Kuntz In the second place, it's Elliott Drummond, the race leader, from Kuntz, McKinney, Bomar, and Brower. I think Bomar on the 2-tire strategy. And Schaffer up into the top 10. I'm not sure where Schaffer's going right now. I don't think he was this far up before. Maybe he was. The 99, of course, on that other strategy. Road. Or not going on with Chase here. Gonna drop back behind Tarpley. So Chase is to say he's in 10th for now, but good run. Turned bad right there when that caution came out because he needed tires and didn't have a set that he felt confident in taking. And now it looks like the 99 will get the bottom, so he will look like the leader here. That will be the leader, Elliott Drummond on the outside. 95 laps in the books next time by Jordan Kuntz. 7 laps led. Drummond has been ahead for just 1 under caution. Blaze McKinney, 36 laps led. None for Brower, none for Bomar. 41 for Jim Thurston. None for Tarpley or Trevino. Chase Schaffer with 4 laps led. And the rest of the field has not been out in front today. A couple of drivers have come through the field. Shockey Tarpley from 31st. Zachary Trevino from 40th to 5th. James Thurston from the pole. Bomar from 2nd. Brower from 13th to 6th. Blaze McKinney from 9th to 3rd. Drummond from 5th. But Jordan Kuntz from 27th to now 1st as he has the nose in front of the race leader. Kuntz into the restart zone. Green flag is out. And I thought the 44 was the race leader. He was in front of him under the caution, but it looks like the 99 was the race leader, and so he has the advantage going into 1 and 2. The 87 of McKinney below. 1 and 2, the 99 of Kuntz trying to stretch the lead out down the back straightaway. 25 to go, and they're jostling for position behind. Big push coming to the 87 of McKinney by Drummond. Off a turn 4, 3 wide with Bomar in the middle. Schaffer on the bottom into the grass. Goes the 17 of Barbagallo. He will not save it. I'm trying to look for him. There he is, and he's wrecked. The caution is out again. Oh, what a hit. Oh, wow. Jason Alexander just comes down. Barbagallo, that's what happens when you go too fast in the grass. Hits those bumps and oh my god! Holy moly, what a terrible impact. And Ponchito gets clobbered. Another caution is out here. This will make this race shortened up quite a bit. Look at this hit for Barbagallo. My, oh my. And so another caution is out, involving Alexander and Barbagallo. Blaze McKinney, Jordan Kuntz, the race leaders. And I wish we could talk to some of these guys, but no one really in the chat. We'll talk to Barbagallo here, who is available. Dominic Barbagallo, that looked like a pretty serious.
It's me, River.
Hey, are you okay, man? That was a pretty tough lick.
I wonder if the 10's okay mentally.
Did it look like from your view that it just came down into you? Because it kind of seemed like that's what happened there.
I think seems a bit of a light word. That is what happened.
Do you have anything to say?
He wrecked half the team already, so I think I don't have anything to say anymore.
Half of the bird.
Like half the team. Half a bird. Half of it.
Half a bird.
B and the I. RD is the only thing left.
Okay. All right. Thanks for talking to us, buddy.
All right.
So Dominic Barbagallo involved in a very serious accident there with Jason Alexander, who looks like he just kind of came down into Barbagallo. Race car lights are still on. We will not get the 1 to green here. And it will be under 20 to go when we go green next time. One lap to green, and yet another restart here from the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series from Las Vegas. And there is the Blaze Designs man himself, the 87. Blaze McKinney on the bottom with the race leader Jordan Kuntz on the outside. Person behind him, Brower and Schaffer up into the front. Brower for really the first time today. Schaffer with him. And we'll see the green flag once more. McKinney on the bottom, Kuntz on the outside. It looks like Blaze McKinney was scored the leader at the time of caution. He has the nose in front. The green flag is back out. Off of turn 4, a fabulous restart for the inside lane. McKinney and Drummond clear of the field. Schaffer challenging Kuntz for third. Thurston side by side with much signs forward into 1 and 2. The 96 is going to go up to the outside, trying to run his way back up to the front. Blaze McKinney, the race leader. To 3 and 4. Drummond going to the outside. McKinney back down low. The 99, the middle. Schaefer on the bottom. In the 999. Person on the outside, Shockey Tarpley there as well. He's going to get around Thurston side by side for second as Kuntz fights to the bottom of Drummond, and he is through. At 3 and 4, side by side for third. Schaffer on the bottom of Drummond. Hartley there as well after going for a spin earlier on. He's back into the top 5. Coming to the outside of Schaffer. As you get on that bottom, it seems like you just cannot make any moves. Schaffer starts to slip back. Thurston to his outside now, but it's an 87 Blaze McKinney who has faced some adversity in this race with a contact from Thurston earlier on. But he cannot be denied the race lead. Through 3 and 4, this time by 15 to go for McKinney. He has the 99 of Kuntz hot on his tail with Drummond in tow. Tarpley 4th, Schaffer 5th, Thurston 6th, and the rest of the pack falling apart behind them. Oh, and a caution. The caution is out again. These guys just seem like they don't want to end this race. Was the 14 of Kenner. Not sure what the 08 was thinking there, but Kenner just spins it back up. Oh, and he gets clobbered. Man, multiple cars getting into Michael Kenner there. Spins it around, back up onto the track, wrecking again. Pretty caution-filled race here, but the 87 of McKinney still out in front. And with that run there, he has become the dominant car of the day with 46 laps led on the evening now. For Blaze McKinney takes over Thurston for the most laps led. 96 intentionally wrecked 2. He's had to take out his competition. You know what, Aiden? I asked him about that, and he says that they did it to him first. So, you know, there's gonna be some controversy here later on, I think, with Thurston. The beating and banging going on for sure with the race leader. Thurston ends up he's going to end up right now in the 5th position with Matthew Brower behind him, and it will be 10 laps to go if we get the 1 to green. Not next time by, but the lap after. I believe it'll be 11 to go when this race restarts. 08, or the 87, excuse me, in the front after contact with the 08 and the 14. Then spinning and bringing out another yellow here in the Las Vegas 180. Less than 10 to go soon enough. Be able to crown the second victor of the year, whether it be McKinney, Drummond, Tarpley, Schaffer, and where is Kuntz? What happened to Jordan Kuntz? He's in 18th. He just pitted. Like Jordan Kuntz may have not been able to make it on fuel, or he believes that he's going to be able to run to the front. These leaders are on 20 lap old tires, and Jordan Kuntz is nearly outside the top 20. And that's going to be exciting. Wow. So Kuntz, the race leader, or excuse me, second in the race, he's led 9 laps today. Hits for 4 tires in fuel. He will restart 18th behind Jason Alexander. A lot of easy passes with a lot of damaged race cars in front of him. The field does not get the choose cone this time, and so it'll be exciting to see. Don't know if that strategy is going to work, but we'll see. The 87 of McKinney will lead the field through 3 and 4. It will be a restart with 10 laps to go as we get an extra pace lap. Time back, it'll be 1 to green with McKinney, Drummond, Tarpley, Schaffer, and Thurston, your top 5. Assuming it will be 1 to green this time by. Yep, those Ford Mustang pace car lights shut off, and they will as the field comes to the choose. The 87 and the 44 dip down low. Tarpley goes to the outside with Schaffer, and I like that move for Chase and Tarpley. That top lane seems to be pretty dominant once you are able to get up to speed. On the back straightaway, Blaze McKinney leading the field, looking for his first win on the season. See how this goes for the 87. He's going to have the 44 of Drummond in that Mercedes Petronas car behind him on the bottom, who was second but takes the choose down low, so it will put him in third. The pace car will come off turn 4 onto the pit road and will green once more. 10 to go from Vegas. Blaze McKinney with the lead. Look at Tarpley able to get down to the inside. Matthew Brower pushing Schaffer in 4th. James Thurston on the bottom. Side by side for 4th, but the top 3 single file. Good restart for Tarpley, who is trying to come from a spin and win as he was in the back of the field just less than half the race ago. Here he comes to the inside. Side by side for the lead almost. Schaffer looking to the middle for 3rd. 3 wide behind them. 4 wide almost with Brower. Side by side for the lead. Tarpley not going down to the apron. I think the 87 of McKinney was shocked that to see that he didn't. Saw him have to come back up the track a little bit. Almost contact. Nearly contact again through 1 and 2. Drummond on the outside, trying to squeeze his way through Tarpley. Side by side for 2nd. Thurston to the bottom, making it 3 wide, and the 87 will stretch his lead out. And this is exactly what you want to see. 3 wide battling behind them. Thurston will slide up, taking 2nd away from Tarpley, and the 44 of Drummond pushing instead of making a move, and that's a smart decision. Not to let the 87 run away now. Thurston into 2nd. We saw these guys with contact earlier on. Thurston remarked that he was not happy with the 87, did not feel like he was in the wrong. 3 wide contact. Around goes Tarpley. Did he save it? Yes, he does save it. As Schaffer got squeezed up into the 44, everyone keeps it straight. Thurston is not going to give it to the 87 easy. I think he's going to make this one a tough win. Thurston and Drummond dooring down the front straightaway. 7 laps to go. McKinney with the race lead. The dominant force today led 50 or so laps. Thurston led 40. And it's fitting that these two are going to go at it after everything that's happened today with the two. Schaffer slipping behind in 3rd. Tarpley's going to challenge with him, and these guys are dropping off from the race leaders. Thurston just a 10th off of the 87, but doesn't have the clean air. Can't quite get to his bumper yet. 3 wide behind them with the 81 of Lorenzo in the middle with Brower. Hard battling further on back, but these two race leaders pulling away. 1 car up into the outside wall. Drummond trying to put it on the fence, and he's going to slip back. A 10th separating the race leaders. 8 tenths on back to Schaffer. 1 second or so between Thurston and Schaffer, and it's going to be between the 96 and the 87 for the race win. Off of turn 4, Thurston arcing the corner, getting the clean air in and off. Across the line, 5 to go. The Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports machine looking for his first win of the year. 2nd and 3rd for Persistem. But out front, it's McKinney, the league name sponsor. Blaze Designs trying to get it done today. 4 to go next time by. Can Thurston run him down? Across the line, down under the apron, trying to break the draft is McKinney, taking the shortest line around. Schaffer making up time. Thurston up high, switching up the line, getting out of the dirty air. The 87 right on the bottom. Thurston right against the wall. Off of turn 2. Thurston carrying momentum down the backstretch, but I don't think that line is going to work out for him. Into 3 and 4. Thurston going to the bottom. McKinney missed his line. Thurston's going to make up some time here off of turn 4. Schaffer closing the gap to both of them and leading the pack with him. 3 to go for McKinney. One car in the wall ahead of them, a lap car, dragging the wall off of turn 2. I'm not sure who that is. It's a 54 machine of J.J. Hill, who it looks like may have just impacted Thurston's corner exit as they come to the line this time. 2 to go. Thurston rim riding the outside wall. Look at him go by. Across the line, Thurston losing time, losing the lead. Blaze McKinney out in front. Schaffer in 3rd, Tarpley in 4th. Elliott Drummond in 5th. It's going to be between these two, and I don't think Thurston's going to be there. McKinney stretching the lead out. What has he done differently? He's unlocked some pace late in this race as a lap car goes down to the apron. Blaze McKinney will take the white flag. Will we see a Hail Mary from Thurston? One lap to go. They've made it to the white. This race is official. No more yellows. Will make it to the finish. Blaze McKinney on the bottom, pulling the lead out from Thurston. 5/10, 6/10 as Thurston getting desperate, trying to run the wall, get out of the dirty air. Chase Schaffer battling for 3rd with Tarpley, but it's all Blaze McKinney out in front. Blaze McKinney was close to the race win last week at Daytona. Thought he was going to lose it with contact with Thurston today, but not so fast. Blaze McKinney wins the Las Vegas 180 in dominating fashion, leading 60 laps. And James Thurston comes up short. Chase Schaffer will end up 3rd. Thurston gives a little bump to the 87. I don't think that's going to be congratulatory. But McKinney will burn it down. A race winner and SRL in the 3rd season of its running in the Blaze Designs Cup Series, that is. The rest of the field comes down onto pit road. Look at the 88. I believe we're going to see some contact here with Thurston. These two are not happy with each other. See the 88 trying to get to him. Blocked off by Schaffer, who's maybe protecting his teammate a little bit. Look at these guys going at it on pit road. Post-race, a fight on pit road between Thurston and the 88. Not happy with each other as the 88 machine ended up getting in an incident after Thurston got around him. That's Jaden Porter, Schaffer, and Thurston, the Persistent teammates, will burn it down side by side, 2nd and 3rd. But neither of them will capture the ultimate goal. Blaze McKinney, the race winner. McKinney continuing to burn it down here from Las Vegas. What a great win for Blaze. The official laps led count, 60 out of 120, exactly half the race. We got it done at the end. You see on that ticker how many drivers entered this race today. This was not an easy win for McKinney. Had to qualify in. James Thurston will on the pole beat out 53 other drivers to capture his first pole of the season. But it's Blaze McKinney, the race winner. Here from Vegas. Pulls up to the line. The blown up motor, he'll bring it to a stop. will talk to your race winner from Las Vegas. He came up close at Daytona. Talk your race winner, Blaze McKinney. You won Las Vegas. How's it feel?
Oh man, it's great. A lot of fun. Fun battling up there with those guys. Really competitive. Lots of fun. Had some run-ins with a couple guys, but glad we rebounded. Kept the car clean. Got back up there. I knew we were fast. I just had to get back to the front. Once I was out front, I feel like I had the best car. So glad we got up there, got the win, held off James. Just kept it straight there at the end. A lot of fun.
Well, I mean, we saw some contact with you and Thurston earlier. He was not too happy. I talked to him. He wasn't happy with the way he was getting raced. Did you ever feel like that if he got to you, he wouldn't be afraid to get into you a little bit? Rough you up?
Yeah, I was a little worried about that, considering how he raced me and some other guys during the race. I was really hoping I could just kind of gap him there, and that's what we ended up doing. Just put the loud pedal down and pulled away. Just hung on to it. Just he got to me a little bit in the first couple laps of the run, and then I figured it out and started gapping him. So yeah, I was a little worried about that, but I'm glad we didn't have to find out.
Well, that was definitely a good race for you. You needed that after I think that might put you in the points lead. You finished 5th at Daytona, if I'm not wrong. We end up at Auto Club next week. How do you feel about your chances there?
Very good. I love Auto Club. Very excited about that race. I feel like we can come out there and run just as good as we did today, if not better. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully we can go there and get 2 in a row. Should be a lot of fun. Auto Club's always a really fun track, so I can't wait for that one.
All right, you got anything else to say?
I'd like to thank 219 Racing, Glenn for running this season, teammates and everything. Shuey for running the league. It's always a lot of fun. He does a great job. And then you guys for putting on the broadcast. Really excited to watch this one back after the race is over.
All right, well, congrats. And
thank you.
All right, so Blaze McKinney, race winner, came up short in Daytona. Now we'll get to talk to James Thurston, who came up just short here in Las Vegas. Jim, you dominated the first half of the race, but you just didn't have the pace there at the end. What was there at the end of the race?
Well, 2 certain cars gave me too much drag to really catch Blaze there at the end, but yeah, at least he won it clean. Just I kind of wanted to do this race and not have so much tensions going on, but there was. But yeah, just good finish for this Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports team. I think I'm gonna have to rework the color on this car. It didn't really do what I wanted it to do this race, but yeah, I don't know. These guys, they seem to think that because they race here all the time, they can just drive like that. But I mean, if you're gonna run into me, I'm gonna run into you back. Just not really that cool.
Well, Jim, you didn't show up for Daytona, so you're always not a full-time driver. Do you think you're gonna attempt to make Auto Club next weekend?
If I can. I don't really want to run full-time in a league with people like this, though. I like racing with cool people, not little bitches. But Blaze is usually pretty good.
Okay, well, you got anything else to say, Jim? Preferably with no curse words.
Sorry for cussing, guys. Sorry for cussing.
Okay, all right. Thanks for talking to us, Jim.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, so Jim, James Thurston will end up second, and so we'll talk to Chase Schaffer. So Chase, we're down here in 63rd. You end up third here today. How's it feel?
I thought I did pretty well with that. I'm pretty happy with how the race went for us. Tried to get it at the end and just couldn't do anything because of the dirty air, running different lines, trying to stay in the clean air, trying to get the run. Just nothing worked. Just can't do anything with that car. But yeah, we started more towards the back, I'm pretty sure, and we kind of worked our way up, especially after getting in a wreck and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of fun running a race with that many people. It's a nice little race.
All right. Well, you got anything else to add?
No.
Okay. All right. You head up back here to Floppa Dining. Chase Schaffer, everybody, P3 on the day for Chase in his first race here, the SRL Cup Series. That wraps things up today at Las Vegas. We'll get the results here. Of course, Blaze McKinney, the winner from James Thurston, Chase Schaffer, Shockey Tarpley, 4th, Elliott Drummond in 5th, Lorenzo, Evan Allen in 7th, Aaron Barnacle in 8th, Matthew Brower 9th, and Jordan Kuntz ends up 10th after that interesting strategy call to come down into pit road. We'll never know. Andretti Robertson, Wyatt Roberts, Nicholas Martinez ends up 13th, winning. Greg Kalhoff, Jason Alexander, Zachary Trevino, Riley Garcia, James Bomar, Adam Boyles, and David King. Your top 20, Jaden Porter, Malachi Drake, Keelan Belchat, Jason Brady, Zachary Milano, Joseph Lewis, J.J. Hill, Glenn Bundren, Traver Burns, and Daniel Rivera, your top 30. And rounding out the field, Michael Kenner, Cole Denton, Dominic Barbagallo, 24 laps down, Braden Hill, Michael Cormentis, Jacob Wilkerson, Juan Escamilla, the Daytona winner, Ethan Dowelly, Caleb McKinney, and Ethan Eckert all wreck out of the race. And here are your cars that did not make the feature: Balderas P41 and 13 others, along with Balderas, that missed the show. 54 cars coming up today. A fantastic race here for this league, and a great stream for FTN. A lot of viewers, a lot of people. Tomorrow, I believe Balderas will take over for David's scheduled broadcast, but he'll be back on Tuesday, and everything will be back to normal here on FTN. So